My name is Chris Mixer. It's been my honor and blessing to be the 7th and 8th grade junior high youth minister here at Hillside since 2006. I would love to be with you in person, but I'm actually ministering to junior hires right now. I just want to give you a look at what we do as a junior high youth ministry and give you some inspiration and encouragement as parents about to embark on the confirmation program. So as you're about to embark on the confirmation program, let me give you 3 words of advice. Direction now is always easier than correction later. Think of a large ship. If you set a ship on the correct path, it's going to get where it's going. If it's on the wrong path, it's incredibly difficult to turn the ship. I can't tell you how many parents come to me later in junior high or early in high school asking for advice of how to correct a wayward child. I would encourage them to start early, and I'm glad you're part of this program. I hope you're going to be blessed to walk alongside your student as you go through confirmation. Maybe learning something for yourself along the way, but also learning how to mentor and partner with your student as they're learning. It's amazing how often we teach baseball or practice taking the SAT, but we simply hope that faith emerges. We expose them to faith, but hope that it blossoms at its own time. I'm glad that we're going to have the opportunity to not just expose them to faith, but to actually teach them in faith and actually take up the responsibility of training our young people. Let me give you a illustration of what happens as we don't do this together. This is my jar, and I was once told that you could train fleas. You could have a flea circus. And the way you would do it is actually putting fleas in a jar and sealing the lid.
Training fleas requires a glass jar with a lid. The fleas are placed inside the jar and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. Their behaviour is now set for the rest of their lives. And, when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example.
As fleas start a new generation, as they propagate, the next generation learns from the previous generation not to try to jump too high. They've actually learned that they should only try to jump 6 inches because that's what their parents did. So what I love about this is we're showing students that it's okay to jump high. It's okay to experience faith. It's okay to practice spiritual disciplines. You don't have to stay stunted. So you're going to learn with them, and I love that. And here are the 5 stages of spiritual growth. First, students start to imagine God. I have a 4-year-old. My son Jules gets coloring book pages out and just imagines what God might look like. Does God have a beard? Does God, is he bigger and taller than, people? He just imagines God. And that's a very beginner stage of faith. But soon we start to learn the narratives, learn the stories of what God has done in human society. Now, some of us aren't even at that stage yet, and that's okay. We don't know the narratives by heart. We don't understand what Jesus was doing. We can't quote what happened to Noah after he got off the ark. We're learning the narratives alongside our students, and that's okay. The third stage is joining. And what I mean by joining is that we're adopting Christianity as our own personal identity. We acknowledge these aren't just stories, these are my stories. And this is what God is doing in my life. And so some of us might have always known the story of Jonah and the whale, or Noah and the ark, or Jesus feeding 5,000. But this will be the season that your junior higher will start to feel this is part of them. This is their identity. The fourth stage is making it personal. Realizing this is application. This wasn't a story that happened 2,000 years ago, or I just claim as my story. This is something that affects me today. It challenges me today. It affects how I speak and what I do today. Students often find challenges in junior high. They bump into someone they don't agree with. They have someone challenge their faith. They're being challenged for the first time, and that's when they're going to decide, is faith real? Is it my faith? Can I stand up to the storms? And you might be developing that alongside them, or just encouraging them through those challenges. You play a great role as a mentor and cheerleader during this season. And then lastly, I think the fifth stage is sharing your faith. Being bold to stand up and preach and claim and invite others to be part of what we're experiencing. So enjoy this experience alongside your student. I hope that it encourages you. I hope maybe it grows you, but most of all, students are going to remember that you were there beside them. Students don't want teachers. They want witnesses. They want people that have been where they're going, or are at least going alongside them. They so much want to experience faith and not just be taught faith. And so my prayers are with you. Good luck. Come find me if you need me. I am excited to be part of this process, and I hope to meet you personally very soon. Thank you.